Hello friends, Namaste. Today we are going to talk about punctuation marks, the key to clear and correct writing. Whenever we are writing English or any other language, punctuation marks are too much necessaries. So, why it is necessary and the types of punctuation marks we use in our language, in writing especially. And what does it mean? Let's talk about it. First is introduction. Punctuation marks help clarifying meaning in writing. It clearly clarifies the meaning. They structure sentences for better readability. You will be able to read it better. So the punctuation mark structures the sentences. Using correct punctuation avoids misunderstandings. Say if you use correct punctuation marks, then one can it means that one cannot have the misunderstandings. There is a less chance or lesser chance to misunderstanding. Then different punctuation marks serves different purposes. Right? For example, period that means full stop, question mark, comma, etc. They are essential for both formal and informal writing. So let's explore the most important punctuation marks. So first one is the period. The period is used to end declarative sentence. For example, I love reading books. Period means or the full stop, right? So it is used to end declarative sentence. Used in abbreviations. For example, doctor, we write DR doctor. Mr. USA, United States of America, right? U.S.A. So, this is also used for abbreviations. Avoid using multiple periods in formal writing. If you are formally writing something, then you should not have ellipsis. Ellipsis means three dots or so many periods, right? So avoid using multiple periods. Then it signals a full stop or a complete thought. Whenever the period is there, it means that it is a full stop. It means that the sentence is over here. Incorrect usage can confuse sentence structure. Sometimes we put period whenever it is not necessary or wherever it is not necessary. It can incorrect the usage, right? Or it can make the sentence structure very confused or confusing. So this was all about the period. Now the next one is the comma. Comma separates its items in a list. For example, I bought apples, comma, oranges, comma, and bananas, right? So, apples, oranges, and bananas. In between, we use comma. So, first use is it separates items in a list. Then, it is used before conjunctions in compound sentences. For example, I was tired. The conjunction is but. So before conjunction it comes. So I was tired, comma, but I kept working. So it used before conjunction. Number 3. Sets of introductory elements. It sets of introductory elements. For example, after dinner we watched a movie. So what have you done beforehand? So dinner. So after dinner, comma, we watched a movie. Separates adjectives. For example, it was a long, exciting journey. So how many adjectives? It was a long journey and it was an exciting journey. So before the in between the two adjectives, the comma normally comes. So it was a long, comma, exciting journey. Used in dates and addresses. For example, July 4, 2025 or in New York, USA. Right? Then the most important tip is avoid overusing commas as it can disrupt flow. So one should use comma, but one should not overuse it, right? So it was all about the comma. Now the next one is the question mark. Of course, it is used at the end of a direct question. What is your name? How are you? Right? So like that. Not used in indirect question. For example, he asked what my name was. Right? So, whenever it is an indirect question, we don't use question mark. But if the direct question is asked to you or it is a direct question, then we will use question mark. It helps indicate tone in writing. For example, are you serious? So if the question mark is there, then we'll be able to understand that okay, this is a question. Otherwise, we feel that okay, are you serious? Right? So see the tone. Are you serious? Are you serious? Right? So this is all about question mark. Avoid double question marks in formal writing. What are you saying? Question mark, question mark, question mark. In informal say writing, it's fine. But in formal writing, one should avoid using double or triple question marks. Then it is used in rhetorical questions. For example, who doesn't love a holiday? Right? So this is a rhetorical question. So we can use it. And again, the tip is overuse can make writing look informal or unprofessional. If you overuse the question mark, your writing will look very informal or unprofessional. So this was all about the question mark. Then the next is the exclamation mark. Exclamation mark expressing strong emotion or excitement. For example, wow, that's amazing, right? So it is a sudden outburst or it's a sudden emotion, right? Wow, ouch, oh. So this is all about the sudden emotion or it is an expression of a strong emotion or your excitement. Yay, hooray, right? So it's all about exclamation mark. It is used in exclamatory sentences. What a beautiful day, right? So it is used in exclamatory sentences. Then avoid using in formal writing because in academic papers or in a formal writing it doesn't suit. It can be used for commands. Stop! Hey! Go! Right? So it can be used for commands too. Overuse can make writing look professional. Unprofessional. If you overuse the exclamation mark, your writing will look unprofessional. Usually, only one exclamation mark is needed, not three or four, right? For example, wow, and we put three or four, or say wow, funny, and exclamation mark. So it's not necessary to use so many exclamation mark. Okay, so it was all about the exclamation mark. Now the next is the apostrophe. Mostly we use apostrophe for S, right? And we call it apostrophe S. But there are say many uses of apostrophe. First, it shows possessions. For example, John's book. In Gujarati, Johnny Chopdi. So John's book. The dog's born. So who's born? Dog's born. So it is dog's possession, right? So dog's born. It also used in contractions. For example, don't. Right? If you want to abbreviate it, do not, then we use don't. So after don't, apostrophe mark and then T. Don't, can't, it's, won't, man, for example. Right? So we use all these things. Then not used for plurals. If it is in plural, then we don't use it. Or the apples are red, we don't use it, right? But if it is there, that students' book, for example. So students, then apostrophe mark, and then again you should not write S, right? Students, apostrophe, that's it. So it doesn't use in plurals. For plural possessive, place it after the S. As I told you, the teacher's lounge, right? So the teacher's. So S apostrophe mark, that's it. Be careful with its. It is versus its belonging to it. Its means it is, and its without apostrophe means belonging to it. Its tail, right? The dog's tail. So its tail. And it's not a big deal, right? So it is not a big deal. So we should keep in mind this thing, that it apostrophe s, that means it is, but its without apostrophe, it means that something belongs to it. Avoid unnecessary apostrophes. For example, 1980s music. So that's wrong, right? So one should not write this thing. Now the next is the quotation marks. Double inverted commas and single inverted commas. Used to show direct speech. For example, she said hello. So what the thing hello is necessary. So we are putting it in an inverted commas. It can highlight a phrase or word. For example, the term AI is popular. So, which term is popular? AI. So, that's why AI is highlighted. For highlighting this, we are using the inverted commas, or we say quotation marks. Periods and commas go inside quotation marks. Say, in the quotation mark is there, then comma and even the period, means the full stop, will come under the quotation mark, not after that. It is used for titles or short works. For example, I read the Raven. I read the Mahabharata, the Ramayana. Single quotation marks, only single inverted commas we say, are used for quotes inside quotes. Say one big quote is there, so double inverted commas, but inside he or she is quoting something, then the single inverted commas will come. Not needed for indirect speech. She said she was happy. So here we don't use quotation marks. There is no need of doing that, right? So this was all about the quotation marks. Now the next is the colon, means the two dots and semicolon, dot and comma. So colon introduces a list. For example, we need colon, eggs, milk and bread. Colon also introduces explanations. He had a one goal, colon, win the game. So this was all about introducing the explanation. Then if we talk about semicolon, then it connects related sentences. For example, I was tired, semicolon, I went to bed. So these two sentences are related to each other. That's why we are putting semicolon in between. Semicolon separates items in complex lists. He visits Paris, France, semicolon, Rome, comma, Italy, then also semicolon, and Berlin, Germany. So these are some of the capitals of all these countries, right? France's capital is Paris, Italy's capital is Rome, and Germany's capital is Berlin. So he visits Paris in France, semicolon, Rome in Italy, semicolon, and Berlin, comma, in Germany, right? So this semicolon separates items in complex lists. Avoid overusing colons and semicolons, of course. And semicolons are not used like commas. Incorrect. I like coffee and tea. So it's not necessary. So this was all about the colon and semicolon. So at the end of the series, or at the end of the lecture, we can say that punctuation is essential for clear communication. Each punctuation mark has a specific role. It is not just a side thing, and the one should not avoid at any cost. Misusing punctuation can change meaning, of course. Practice using punctuation in writing. Read well written material to learn correct punctuation. keep improving for better writing skills. Okay, so it was all from my side. Thank you so much.